Hey Wildcats, Miss Jacobson here, principal at West High School. We have a guest with us today. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Rhonda Chandler and I am founder of Lovin, the Skin I'm In.
And she's here to help us out with announcements. Go ahead.
Parent-teacher conferences are coming up on February 23rd, March 4th, and March 5th. A letter was sent home last week with instructions for how to sign up. You can also call us at the main office for help with scheduling your conference. Invest In is offering 2 seminars to help parents guide their children in the pursuit of their careers. On February 24th, you will have the opportunity to learn more about how to break into medical, dentistry, or veterinary science careers. And on March 3rd, information about growing your network will be shared. These seminars will be online and are geared towards students aged 12 to 18 and their parents. Learn more at the links on your screen. The Drive-thru Mobile Food Pantry is back at NWTC each Wednesday through February 24th from 10 to noon. Any member of the community is welcome to drive up to receive a box of food. Quantities are limited, so we encourage you to arrive early.
All right, it has arrived. We are coming back to school, so the blended learning format is beginning in March. Freshmen students will return March 1st using their cohort schedules. All other students will return on March 8th using their cohort schedules. Cohort A will be coming in on Mondays and Tuesdays. Cohort B will be here Thursdays and Fridays. During the days that the students are not on site, you will be logging in into the classroom virtually. Wednesdays will be an all virtual day, during which all students need to continue to check with their advisory and work independently or schedule time during a teacher's office hours. The deadline for ordering caps and gowns has been extended to March 12th. All caps and gowns will be distributed in May. We are looking at having an in-person graduation at the Resch Center to allow for social distancing. NWTC is having a virtual event to help you with your FAFSA needs, plus tips about paying for college. Sessions will be offered Tuesday, March 2nd from noon to 6. To attend, sign up for a 30-minute session with the link on your screen. Students are encouraged to attend with a parent, and Spanish and Hmong language support will be available. As we are an IB World School, we have a responsibility to think globally and act locally. In that spirit, to honor Black History Month, West will be celebrating by bringing in local Black business owners and to discuss not only their businesses, but also the needs of the African American community in the Green Bay area. And today, as she did introduce herself, this is Rhonda Chandler, and she is the founder of a nonprofit organization called Lovin, the Skin I'm In. Rhonda, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My family and I relocated here about 5.5 years ago from North Carolina.
Oh, okay. That's quite a culture shock, right?
It was quite a transition.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 3 children, 20, 17, and 12. To say the least, it was a transition and pretty difficult for my kids, especially the older ones.
Sure.
But we relocated here for employment opportunities.
Yeah.
I'm a social worker, so I've been a social worker for about 20 years, and I work at one of the local hospitals here in the area.
Oh. What is your organization?
So this organization evolved out of, like I said, the challenges that my kids had relocating here, especially my girls. And last year this time, I just decided to kind of open my home to have a space for young girls to come and talk and just relax and be themselves. And then with the pandemic and all of the social unrest that started to take place, I just felt the need to pursue this further. But it just started out of an idea to build a community for my girls because they weren't seeing other peers that looked like them, or they were the only one in their class, or they didn't have teachers or any staff that looked like them. So it was just really kind of giving them the opportunity to say, I'm not the only one. And we've had girls that come from Green Bay, De Pere, Ashwaubenon, Howard Suamico area, so that they know they have this support.
How
of
did,
one another.
how did they know to come? How
Word
did
of
you-
mouth.
Oh, okay.
I just like met moms in the community at church, and then somebody knew someone else, and different mom groups that I participated in and things of that nature. And folks would just say, hey, we're doing this. I think the first time I invited moms and daughters over, it was about 11 of us. So it was about 7 girls and 4 adults. So the word of mouth just kind of spread it, and then I developed a private Facebook page, and just started talking with other folks in the community. We have about probably 6 to 8 girls that join us online, or if we participated in a socially distance event, about 6 to 8 girls that come.
Oh, okay, all right, so regularly then,
Mhm,
okay. And so, what's your dream for this? What do you want to see come out of that?
So my dream, my vision, is just for these young ladies to have a space where they feel accepted, where they know they're enough, and then for them to be healthy emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. Like not to grow up and have issues because they were bullied or they were harassed because of their race, because of who they were created to be. I want them to be visionaries. I want them to be leaders in this community or wherever they go. But just to offer them opportunities that they may not be able to get outside of their community is also what we're striving for. We welcome more girls to participate. We love for them to get in touch with us and join us virtually. But absolutely, we plan to grow. We want to get into schools and maybe do some groups in schools. And any other organizations that are interested in talking with us, the sky's the limit.
Very cool. What has been some of the obstacles that have hindered growth for you that's kind of particular to the Green Bay area?
Yeah, I think just being new for one.
Sure.
Because like I said, I was just kind of unofficially doing this out of my home. And then during this whole pandemic and just, being forced to have time on your hand and that sort of thing, I decided to pursue this and make it a business. So I think, funding, support of organizations in the community is going to be key, for us to work together.
Right.
Because there are not a lot of African American businesses.
Sure.
It's a small population, and especially of female African American businesses, the percentage is pretty small. So definitely, funding, partnering, and collaborating with other organizations is going to be key.
Yeah, and you being able to figure out who you could connect with,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah, that's going to support you. Yeah. What has been successful? What has Green Bay done well in this area?
I think just in my communicating and talking with people about this organization and what I have envisioned, people have been really receptive and just kind of, whatever you need, let me know. And, I circle back and I'm like, hey, I've established as a nonprofit, and just folks are, they're like, this is so needed. Like, thank you. My daughter needs this. People have they're just ready. They want their daughters to see other girls that look like them, other African American females as well.
So, just a question as we're talking, like we have like moms or dads who are white, and then they have sons or daughters who are African American, right? How is that working? Are they a part of the community as well, or how does that?
Yeah, mostly my private Facebook page are adult moms, but they are white moms. They're African American moms who are raising Black children or children who identify as African American or biracial.
Right.
So we are open to having moms and dads participate. One of our goals is also to create community conversations, with the parents. Like we need to talk about race. We need to talk about relationships. So we're going to be working towards that. But absolutely, any adult that is raising a female who is identifying as African American or biracial.
Okay, very cool. And how's your education set you up for this, and what can high schools do to help other like-minded African American students who want to go on and do this kind of stuff? What kind of things do we need to have in place in our schools to kind of help grow this?
I think it's important to have mentors, mentors for the young people, just for them to have, individuals from diverse backgrounds in different fields, to talk to, whether it's business professionals, sports, education, whatever. But having those resources accessible so that they can talk to someone and say, I'm interested in this field, or I'm thinking about doing this. Like, do you have some connections, where I can talk to individuals or shadow someone, for a day, that sort of thing. So if you have some young people here who are interested, feel free to reach out. If you have parents that have questions, feel free to reach out.
Well, thank you for coming.
No
Really
problem.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you for having me.
Yeah, no
Appreciate
problem.
it.
All right, Wildcats. It's a couple weeks, and we're going to be in person. Okay, so we need you to continue wearing your mask. You need to wash your hands regularly, continue to social distance, and if you don't have to go out, please stay home. All right, have a great week.